Welcome to the Red Card Football Channel. Today we're discussing Arsenal's 1-0 victory over Chelsea in the EFL Cup semi-final. The first half was more tactical. It was quite boring. Chelsea's 3-5-2 restricted Arsenal's attacks. Although Arsenal began with a better team with possession and some corner kicks, the only really good chance of the first half was when Nkapé forced Sanchez to make a smart save, and then Gabriel couldn't put in the rebound. But Chelsea in the final 10 minutes grew into the game, and then Enzo Fernandez in the 40th minute forced Kepa to make an excellent save from a long-range shot. But the game in the halftime ended 0-0. Chelsea, with Palmer and Estevão substitutions in the 60th minute, actually grew into the game having some possession, but didn't really create any clear-cut chances. The best chance actually they created was a really well-done give and go where Enzo Fernandez shot at top of the box in the 86th minute, but he shot it over the bar. Although Chelsea had some corners near the end of the game, Arsenal defended expertly well, and after an error by Cucurella in the 96th minute, who gets my red card, Declan Rice put an excellent through ball to Chadvertz, who rounded Robert Sanchez and put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for Arsenal. Arsenal deservedly won this game and got to the cup final. Arteta's strategy of keeping everything tight in front of them, putting the subs late in the game like Havertz to seal the game actually worked really well. They only conceded one shot on target, and I thought really restricted Chelsea well. Palmer and Estevão came in but didn't really impact the game. But Arsenal deserve a lot of credit. I thought Rice was excellent. Zubimendi had a solid game. Although the attackers for Arsenal, like Gyökeres, didn't have exactly the greatest games, he corrected this error by putting in Kai Havertz, who came in and there was one chance, scored the goal that sent them to the final. Arsenal are really great in every competition. They're top of the Champions League rankings. They're top of the Premier League. They're in the League Cup final, and they're still in the FA Cup. They could potentially win a quadruple this year, which would be an incredible season for Arteta's men. They look like the best team not only in England, but potentially in Europe. I think only Bayern can really compete with them at this moment in the Champions League with their form. Although they had stumbles in January, they actually increased their point total in the Premier League overall, and Arsenal looks set to potentially win a lot of trophies this season and are the favorites for the League Cup final. Whether Manchester City or Newcastle face them, that will be decided tomorrow. I think Arsenal are the firm favorites to win the trophy. As for Chelsea, I don't think that they deserve to win. I don't think a team that loses the home leg and then has one shot on target in the away leg deserves much. I think Rosenior tried to set up the team in a 3-5-2 to limit Arsenal. Although they did that, they didn't really attack very well. Enzo Fernandez, I think, was okay, but a lot of the players had a lot to be desired. Like Caicedo had a very off game. I thought Delap was terrible. João Pedro wasn't as good as he normally is. And really, Palmer and Estevão didn't have the impacts that they expected. I think Rosenior has a lot to learn, although he's won 6 of his first 8 games. This elimination, I think, is on him, and it's naivety, especially in the first leg, where Chelsea were too open and losing a game that they didn't need to lose. And Arteta, I think, kind of outcoached them in both legs, and that's why Arsenal in the final. As for Arsenal, they are expected to potentially win, multiple trophies this season, and the way things are going, I wouldn't bet against them. That's all for analysis for today. I hope to see you next time.